Is your next goal now, is it to get back to 900 then and then to 1,000, or what's your goal right now?
So basically I was at 900 for, I want to say like a week, and I actually got up to 925, and I was like, wow, I'm smart. And then I was suddenly not smart. And I lost it all, and I think I started playing very emotionally. I was very frustrated. And I started playing, you know when you're playing chess and it feels like you're gambling more than it is you're playing smart?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I do it all the time, Michelle. Yes.
Yeah, my goal is I want to fly past 900 and just get to this 1,000.
That's awesome. I think that, yeah, I think it's not about the openings. I think you already know more than enough opening that you need for like getting to whatever rating, I mean, at this range right now. So I really don't think it's the opening. I think it would be better if you played a game. I think that's what I was thinking about too, just so we could kind of like see where you are right now, and then you could tell us all about your plans, and then maybe we could find your stress bullet. So I thought that was a really cool idea by Anna, to be honest.
10-minute unrated as random. Here we go. Okay. So he went e5. So I'm going to go c3 pawn.
Yeah, you can go c3. You can also take that one, but you know, I think c3 is better just to not get into any complications.
Okay, so now he's attacking my pawn, so I'm gonna throw my knight out. Okay, now continuing developing my London, going bishop f4.
Yep. This is not a London anymore though, but that's a like really good score for the bishop, so that's good.
Oh, is it not London just because something else happened?
Exactly, because he went for the e5 thing before, but that's okay. We don't need it to be a London for it to be good. Ooh,
okay. They retreated.
Okay, Michelle, why do you think that they went there?
Probably, maybe they're gonna try and put a knight on d5.
Exactly, yeah, they want to put a knight on d5 and kick your bishop away. They think that the knight on d5 would be like a, you know, strong piece. So, but it's always good to think about why did my opponent do that.
Okay, so then I might push e4 then.
Yeah, I like it. Active Michelle, I love it. No fear, nothing.
Okay, they pushed as well, so I'm going to take with pawn.
Why do you want to take it?
Wait, oh wait, no. What if I push? Just push.
Exactly, because if you take it, then you're gonna give them the knight to that square, because they are gonna be able to take twice. But now you're not doing that.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, they went here, so I'm going to take with knight. Then they take with pawn, then I take with bishop.
Awesome! You go, Michelle! You're killing it!
Yeah!
You're killing it! You're a pawn up against 1,000! Go you! You're doing so good! Are you starting to think about what plans you want to have in this game?
Yeah, I'm sort of thinking about where I can break through. Oh, huh. Okay, so they went there. They're probably... Well, they can't go here or here. So I think I'm going to bring my bishop back. What if they take my bishop though?
Yeah, but then you just take it back. So it would just be an exchange. But the bishop is not really doing anything on f4. The pawn that is right in front of it, the pawn on e5, is just blocking the bishop. So that bishop is, this bishop is actually your bad bishop. So you don't really care about exchanging it because all your pawns are in dark squares.
I'm glad we walked through that as well, because I feel like in my head, I like fuzzily saw like, oh, something bad will happen, but I'm not thinking fully through what is going on here. I'm thinking I could push my pawn. No, but then
what is the threat right now? Why did the queen go to g5?
Oh my god, my pawn's hanging! Okay, so rook... okay, so what if I push e4?
That is a good move. The only issue is that your d4 pawn might get a bit weak then. It might get a bit weakened. So I think it's better to just protect that pawn.
e1. Rook e1.
Or even with the queen, I would say. Because the rook on f1 is actually pretty active. Whereas the queen on d1 is not really doing anything. So I think it would be better... Yeah, exactly. Queen e2. You want to have your rooks connected. So if you can defend it with the queen, it would be better, I think.
Now I kind of want to go e4 to push e5.
And what happens if you go e4? If you just imagine your pawn on e4 right now, what happens then?
Oh yeah, they're looking at d4. Okay, got it. Okay, since I'm low on time now, I feel like the best thing is just to push A and B pawns.
That sounds great, yes. But okay, Michelle, well, you go with your plan. Your plan of going e4 is good. You just got to protect your d4 pawn, d4 pawn first.
Okay, then I'll just go rook d1.
Exactly. And now you're going for that plan. And now you continue with your idea. That's the important thing, to have an idea and continue with it. So your idea was really good. It just didn't work before.
Okay, well, I'm just going to take this pawn.
Go for it. Yes. We'll go through this game better after.
Okay. Oh man, come on. Okay, well, I think I have to.
Gotta move the king.
Okay, I'm just gonna move it.
There's still a lot of counterplay. It's definitely. Ooh. Okay.
I'm gonna take with rook.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh my god, I'm almost out of time.
Got it. You can. Yeah. Yeah. That's a great move. I didn't know how to tell you that that's a great move without telling you the move, but that's a great move. Okay, come on, Michelle. This is actually. Oh
my god.
Really
Oh my god.
Okay, you want to take away the dark square bishop. Try to attack it. Oh, that was so nice though. That was so nice. It's okay.
Oh. Okay, yeah, let's go over the game.
Yeah, you played so well. Everybody in my chat is saying how well you played. That was a really nice game that you played there.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like when you like have time and you think it through and you remember to like look at everything, you always see everything. It's just that sometimes you like just look at like one side of the board, or you just look at like one idea and then you don't look at every idea and then you miss stuff. But when you don't miss, like when you actually take the time to look at everything, you always see like what the threats are, and that's really good. So, and they went d5, and here your first instinct was to take. Why was your first instinct to take?
My first instinct was to take because I have a habit of seeing La Plan doing the first move, and then they do something slightly different, and I throw out the entire plan instead of thinking, why was that my original plan?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I saw that later in the game as well, that sometimes you just like stop thinking about what plans you had before, kind of.
Yeah.
Was your plan before to push the pawn to e5?
No, my assumption, see, what's crazy is in my head, and I know this sounds crazy now, I thought, okay, I'll push the pawn, and then they'll still do the knight, and then I take, and then they take, and then I take, kind of thing.
Like here, you'd push the... Oh, yeah, here, push. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess for some reason I thought I would go here, and then they would still do their thing here, and I would end up winning.
Yeah, okay,
I
yeah,
didn't think about them pushing a pawn.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you thought that that it would end up with like the queen coming in here, not the knight, kind of.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so that was just a little tactical miscalculation then. But in general, like when there's like moves like this, the thing is that if you take this one, let's say that you would have taken it, even if the queen like came in here, I don't know, let's say that even if the queen came in here and this knight wasn't there, and I don't know, whatever. What happens is that this pawn over here, this d4 pawn, becomes an extremely weak pawn. It becomes an isolated pawn. So just like as a principle, you wouldn't really want to leave this pawn alone and disconnected, because this pawn, you're probably going to lose it at some point. Yeah, so just as a principle, you would rather not do that. But even if there wasn't any tactical things or anything. So that might be good to remember. And this is the point, like, around at move 15, where you always need to, like, kind of think about what are my plans now. And if you just look at this position, like, right here, what do you feel like are some of your plans in this position, if you just look at it right now?
Okay, well, this pawn doesn't have other pawns helping it. So I feel like on C or D is where some sort of breakthrough will happen, getting an open file of some kind. So I would think like trying to line things up here to apply pressure on this pawn.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's really good. It's really good that you're saying that this pawn, the c6 pawn, is like the weak pawn. But it's really right. You want to put pressure on this pawn, but the way, and this is something that is really interesting, the way of putting pressure on this c6 pawn is not by attacking the pawn by itself, but it's by attacking the pawn that's protecting it.
So queen b3 kind of thing?
Exactly. Which in this point, I'm not sure if it's good, because now, you know, this d4 pawn is hanging. But if your idea is to attack the c6 pawn, then you're never going to be able to attack it with lots of pieces. This is more like a general thing. You're going to have to attack the defender of that pawn. So at some point, you will want probably to go queen b3 and attack here. But it's not really possible right now because of this pawn. But I thought that rook c1 here was a good move, because this rook is going here anyways at some point. So
okay. Got it.
But I think that here you said, you know, I have little time, so I need to start pushing my pawns. If you didn't have little time and you just try to, like, you know, go with your plan. We already saw that this b4, b5 idea, that this is a plan that you might have after going rook e1. Can you come up with any other plan, which we talked about before?
Pushing d5.
Pushing d5, but maybe you need to do something before you push.
No, never mind. We need to go d1, then there.
But then you would end up with these two pawns, which is maybe an issue. Because these two pawns would be, like, isolated, super weak. Is there any way that you could defend without a piece, maybe with a pawn?
I mean, I guess I could go e4, then that.
Exactly,
then
yeah.
c5.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that was your idea before. Like, both of these, we were talking about it before, that we wanted to go e4, d5, kind of. And that's an idea that you had with you all the way from the beginning of the game.
Yeah. And why did it work? Why does it work now versus earlier?
Thing is that it doesn't work immediately now. Like, if you think about it, like e4, d5, then this pawn is going to be hanging. So every single plan is a plan that will require some preparation. So, and that's the thing with chess. It's not like a good plan is a plan that you can fulfill in 3 or 5 moves. A good plan is a plan that you know what you're doing. You know that the outcome of the plan will be a better position for you, but you need to prepare it. So if you go e4, then for instance right now, then the d4 pawn is gonna be hanging. So you want to protect that by going maybe rook d1 first, or maybe taking this rook here, maybe even going rook c5. So it's still a plan that requires preparation. But you wanna, the idea here is basically that what you wanna do is that you want to put the pressure on this pawn, either by going e4, d5 at some point, or by going b4, b5. You can see that we've already, like, this has already taken like 5-6 moves, and we're not even close to fulfilling that idea. But
yeah,
all plans require a lot of like preparation. And something that's really important is to not like go through with your plans too early, because then it's really easy to hang something or to lose something.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions, Michelle, about the game or about anything?
No, I think that all made sense. Thank you so much for doing all of that with me. I feel like I definitely have some new ideas to bring to future games for sure.
Did you feel like you understood all the ideas? Is there anything you want to ask?
Yeah.
I want this to be super duper 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 crystal clear, so you can really like take care of it and use it, because otherwise it, you know, becomes kind of worthless. So just tell me if there's anything.
Everything made sense when I saw it. I hope that during games I'm able to bring the new, like, these new thoughts. And I think some of it might just mean slowing down and playing longer games, maybe?
You know, that's something that I was gonna say. I think, Michelle, that you should start trying to play longer games, because even if that's not like what you do, you know, like maybe in a couple months from now, I think that will maybe make your chess better. And as soon as your chess, you feel more confident in your chess, you're gonna play faster later as well. So I would maybe recommend either like 10-minute plus like 10-second increment games, or, you know, like 20-minute games or something.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a big thumbs up and also to subscribe. If you ever want to catch me live, go ahead and go to twitch.tv/AnnaCramling. Hope to see you there.